Here at Alternatives, our vision is to see a transformed community where abortion's unwanted by providing life-affirming support to women and men. We accomplish this vision through a licensed and accredited medical clinic, as well as a resource center, both of which offer entirely free services. And our medical services are a blessing because it's these services that allow us to walk with women faced with unplanned pregnancies and empower them to choose life. Our medical services are pregnancy testing, limited OB ultrasounds, limited STD testing and treatment, prenatal vitamins, and education appointments with our nurses. And today, I'm excited to share this story with you of somebody whose life was impacted by the medical services here at Alternatives. Let's take a look at Devin's story.
Hi, my name is Devin Tanner, and I have the opportunity today to share our story about how Alternatives stood by us to bring our daughter Harley into this world. In 2011, Harley's mom and I found out that we were pregnant, and it came as a surprise. It was unexpected, and with that comes all kinds of fears and uncertainties that surround that. And so, not knowing exactly what to do in that moment, we actually went and visited a Planned Parenthood for the purpose of just asking questions to see what was available to us. And I remember walking into that building and we asked, if there was anyone we could talk to. Just found out we were pregnant and we were wanting to know if there were any options for us. And the lady basically just told us, you can come back and terminate on Tuesday. And we both were just totally kind of shook by that response. To us, it was a huge deal. We had made no decisions at this point, but what we did know is it was a life, and to get such a cold response and feel just kind of rushed in that moment, we were both definitely taken back by that. I went home after that visit to Planned Parenthood, and without my knowing, she actually went and paid a visit to Alternatives. And it was there that her mother, as well as some of the other nurses, gave her a free ultrasound. And in that moment, she saw the heartbeat. And in that moment of seeing that heartbeat, seeing that life, she decided within herself that she was having this baby with or without me. It put me in a position of really having to decide, well, what am I gonna do? Are you gonna stand up and man up to this situation, or are you gonna run from your fears in this moment? I actually had just moved to California with my younger brother, who was in a accident that left him a quadriplegic. So I had that responsibility, but then suddenly this was now on top of that. And so the very real fears of how am I gonna provide for this baby? How am I gonna take care of Harley's mom? How are we gonna get through this? My whole life prior to this, if you would have asked me, are you pro-life? I would have said, yeah, of course I am. When the situation's staring you in the face and it's you who has to find a way to provide, make it work, do all the things in this life you're now responsible for, that's where I feel like the enemy comes in and really starts to play with your mind, that there could be an easier way to just terminate. So throughout the 9 months of pregnancy, I really began to ask myself the harder questions about life. And it was in those moments and looking toward the future that God really began to start to work on my heart and work in my life. On April 5th, 2012, Harley came bursting into the world, healthy, beautiful little baby girl. Up until this point in my life, I was not a believer, and just feeling what it was like to be a father, I really began to understand and know, what it's like to be a child of the Father too. And God really started to reveal himself to me in that season. And when Harley was about 9 months old, I gave my life to the Lord. And God had orchestrated this amazing exchange where the old man that I used to be died and Harley got to live. And he really used her life and Alternatives to bring a man like me into his grace, his mercy, his love. So today, Harley's 12 years old. She has a huge heart for Jesus. She loves to serve. She loves people. I couldn't be more proud of her. God's been so faithful and taught me so much along the way. So I just couldn't be more grateful for Alternatives, the way they stood in the gap for us, gave us the resources and the support that we needed in our time of need, and to help us make a bold and courageous decision for life. being a father is the greatest blessing in my life, and it means the world to me. So I couldn't be more grateful, and I just want to say thank you to Alternatives.
I just love Devin's story and his perspective on how being a father has impacted his life for the better. Here at Alternatives, we have been strategically researching the abortion issue. We've looked at who has obtained abortions and why they felt like the abortion was needed. And what we've learned about these women is that they were in their 20s or early 30s, unmarried, religious, low income. And the statistic that was surprising to us is that 60% of these women already had a child at the time of their abortion. They were already a mom at the time of their abortion. It's critical that we know this information if we want to see abortion become unwanted. Simply offering a woman an ultrasound is a great way to show the reality of life growing within the womb. But unless we address the key concerns of abortion-minded women, abortion will continue to be a desired option. If we want to see abortion unwanted, we must start sooner. We need to build relationships with those who are most vulnerable to abortion before they're faced with an unplanned pregnancy. And that's what a resource center allows us to do. The Resource Center serves clients who are low income, religious, unmarried, and moms, which is who we know are women that are most vulnerable to abortion. The Resource Center houses our Earn While You Learn program. This allows parents to take classes on parenting and a variety of life skills, and they can take these classes in person with one of our advocates and dadvocates, or they can take the classes online from the convenience of their home. And as they take these classes, they accrue boutique bucks. And with these bucks, they can shop our boutique that has items like diapers, wipes, clothing, formula, car seats, and other essential items to help meet the material needs of our clients' children. In addition to the Earn While You Learn program, but still within the Resource Center, we offer scholarships for college and trade schools. This is an excellent way to help launch these parents into their future and really address some of the education concerns that women have when they find out that they're pregnant. And if somebody doesn't know how they want to provide for their family, we will cover the cost of a career assessment for them. And so we're grateful for the Resource Center and how it really allows us to address the key concerns of abortion-minded women. So we're excited to see how God continues to transform lives through the medical clinic and the Resource Center. And if this is something that you are also excited about, I would like to invite you to apply to be part of our ambassador program. This is a new volunteer initiative for us that we're very excited for. Our volunteer ambassadors help connect the ministry, so Alternatives, to the community. This is a remote volunteer position. Our ambassadors help with networking events, outreach events, they attend team gatherings. And if this is something that you would like to learn more about, I would be happy to speak with you after the event. Thank you so much for attending the Fall Fundraising Gala this evening. As an organization that receives no government funding, we rely on the individuals and the organizations who donate to Alternatives. And it's because of you and your support that we're one step closer to seeing a transformed community where abortion's unwanted.